So big sporting drama in the last game. What have we got in the next one? Tunisia with that victory over Mexico in their last outing. Venezuela yet to get any points on the board, just the one try from their 2 games. Tunisia for so long the best team in North Africa. Had several training camps in Spain to get used to European opposition. You see there, Tunisia with the 4 points. A victory would assure them of a quarter-final spot. What have Venezuela got to say? They put some really big hits in, particularly in that Mexico game first up. Carl, very much a case of teams trying to settle themselves down now. They know what this tournament's about. They know pretty much what their opposition's about. It's about being proactive and getting their game into gear as quickly as possible.
Oh, most definitely. And the thing for me, Venezuela were very, very physical in their first game against Mexico. I'm expecting more of the same from this game here.
Tunisia working it around the corner with Dardori. Good burst from Dziri y Dellagi. Going to go back from the penalty. Referee Gabby Lee going to give Tunisia a chance to restart their attack from inside the Venezuela half. There's the big forward, Amal Dardori, making her debut. Oh, now look at this from Venezuela. Bursting away is Daniela Diaz, tracked back by Dellagi. Venezuela working their way into the 22, but then the penalty goes against and the moments pass, but they've shown the danger if they can get ball, particularly in broken phase play.
Well, that's unfortunate for Tunisia because she's been one of their best players here today on day one. Amal Dardori, multi-scored, even though she's a forward. She has a little look up at defence before she secures the ball. You can see they're calling for it. And just there, she looks where the defending line is from Venezuela and took her eye off the ball.
Venezuela have been together in training camp in Caracas since March. Indeed, that was their last event at the Rio Olympic test event in March. All being amateurs, they've had to give up a lot to make sure they're here. Students' jobs been given a little bit of help by the government, but this shows the commitment that these players have given to their sport and to their country. The pass not helping there from Ingrid Griffin. Good pick up from Ines Suisi. Burst around the corner from Camille. Camille's going for gold. Oh, that's great cover tackle from Estefania Salami.
Well, Salami just sliced her up there, Simon.
Can't believe you said that. I can only apologise, listeners.
I'm not paying for dinner just for saying that. But a good tackle nonetheless from Salami. That hasn't been the first time she's done it today. Mexico, she made 2 or 3 in the same position. Really has been a standout feature of their game there. Scrambled defence, Venezuela, just like that.
Venezuela making sure that their line out steps up, but again, the presentation to Salami not of sufficient quality, and it's just handed advantage back to Tunisia as they work their way out left. They've got great width here, great opportunity, and they're on the board. Dziri y Dellagi, the lady, and Tunisia open up the scoring.
Just quick reaction there by this Tunisian team. They had the penalty advantage. You see there, the defence of Venezuela were all close to that far side of the field. Another awkward put down, but nonetheless, she gets the 5 points.
Yep, the Orchids unable to cover across as Tunisia open up their game. And it is the North African side that take the early lead. Both of these teams, of course, bageled by the Spanish in the opening 2 rounds. So a chance to get, well, certainly add to the victory that Tunisia got over Mexico in round 2. Venezuela, who drew with Mexico in their first match out this afternoon, or this morning as it was. Now, how are the Venezuelans going to react? There's the power play from Ingrid Griffin. Cristia Higo, the try scorer in that Mexico match. Tunisia working hard in the contact and getting the benefit as a consequence.
Look at the strength of Suisi, the number 1 there from the forward. She just holds up 3 Venezuelan attackers. You just see after their first win in their last game, Tunisia, the body language, the enthusiasm really has lifted a level. There's a quarter-final spot on offer for them and a chance to go to Rio. You can just see at the moment they're a bit more enthusiastic about their work at the moment, Tunisia.
You cannot emphasize enough how the build in these tournaments really has to work from game 1, I know, but we do see a difference all the way through the weekend for these sides. Good grab back by Daniela Diaz. The physical commitment that they gave in that first game in particular was a credit to the Venezuelans. Tunisia just trying to control the ball first, losing possession. It's all a bit haphazard, isn't it? Good work from Dellagi. She straightens up, gets the pass into Gabi, and it's Amema Dziri to get that second try. Eventually well worked by Tunisia. They had to struggle to set up the structure to go from, but once they did that, very effective execution.
Nice couple of offloads. There's the first one from Dellagi, and then the second one right there from the number 6 Gabi onto a trailing Dziri. There's a nice try in the end. The build-up wasn't so flash, but the end result is all that mattered, the second try.
A Tunisian playmaker in the right place at the right time to finish things off. The kick now from Amina Gabi. Well, that's a boost to Tunisia. How are Venezuela going to react before the break? They need to get themselves into the right position on the pitch right now. They've been pretty much hamstrung inside their own half.
It's all about this kickoff here, Simon. Got to take it with 2 hands, get a quick set, and just get a bit wider on the attack.
Ball not going far enough. We talked earlier, Carl, about a lot of these players are relative rookies to the game, and the instinct isn't quite there. And that's, you know, when you're under pressure, when you're under duress, in these sort of situations, that's what can let you down. That's what they're learning about.
100%. Usually when you are under that cauldron, you go back to what's natural, and for them, what we see is basic rugby, sometimes not so much for them.
Tunisia working their way back into Venezuelan territory. Dardori losing the ball though, and Diaz comes round the corner, looks for opportunity. She's been impressive so far, Daniela Diaz. Great ambition, as this young lady, Karen de Freitas, the youngest player in this Venezuela side, just 17 years of age. Put in some huge hits against Mexico. She wants to go, she's loving it. Go on then, let's see what you got. Straightening up. Salami sets the ball back. Oh, the pass just not quite where it needed to be there. It's a long way down for Gigi Griffin to pick that one up. And they blow for the half-time whistle. The body language of the Venezuelans, not what they might be right now, but they've only got 2 scores behind, and they can still pull themselves back into this game.
C'est très loin d'être gagné. C'est beaucoup mieux sur les rugs, la réactivité en les rugs. Par contre, on n'est pas assez intelligent. Quand on avance à une zone, on revient jouer la même zone avec un mec qui rentre. Déplacer le ballon 2-3 fois. Très bien, Vekra. Tu vas plus loin, on a 2 ou 3 situations d'essai, tu avances dans le couloir, il y a des solutions de passe, n'attends pas d'aller au contact pour donner. Il y a la solution, tu as le soutien. Là, dans le soutien, tu avais une est, tu avais du monde à l'intérieur. Il faut le rendre avant d'aller au contact. C'est ça la difficulté. Les gars, les filles, on continue encore comme ça pendant 2 minutes à fond, 1 minute à fond. Je commence à faire des changements. Vous vous arrachez. À la fin, elles étaient fatiguées, mais vous ne faisiez plus l'effort de vous replacer. Et là, on va se faire pénaliser. On va pas avoir le ballon. Et là, on va prendre des essais. Donc on s'arrache. On s'arrache sur les 7 dernières minutes, les filles. On essaye de remarquer dessus quand se fait mal. C'est là, dans la tête. Allez.
Well, Didier Soulier extolling to his team the need to keep their heads in the right place. That quarter-final berth is on offer. There's a change for Venezuela. Claudio Contreras. We've seen sparks from the Venezuelans, what they're about. Some of these girls have got some real pace, a little bit of electricity, but they've got to produce it in the right places.
Heavily supported too. That's what I've been really impressed with. A lot of the teams here this weekend have got a lot of support. Great to see.
Great colours as we expect now in the Sevens arena. Camille having to trot back in to pick that one up. They'll try and charge out with Dadori.
Stay up, girls. Stay up.
Penalty given at the breakdown.
Yeah, technicality there wasn't carrying her own body weight, but for me, if Tunisia scored, it's game over. If Venezuela scored, it's game on.
Yes, the match finally balanced right now. Izaza in the choke tackle. That looks like a shopping queue. Thankfully, the ref stops fairly quickly.
Come off. Number 5 and number 12.
Going to get some changes into this Venezuelan lineup, but you can see there was no way out of that. Concrete cuddles from almost the entire Tunisia team.
Great recognition of the rules there. Turn into a morsel when a supporting player comes in, so Tunisian members don't have to move, but look where they are, deep within their own quarter, so good
Number 12, stop.
position for Venezuela, and their defense has been pretty good, so I'm sure they'll apply a lot of pressure there, get their line speed up.
Okay, sure. Time is off the wheel.
Venezuela, who've never played outside South America, would you believe? Never out of the continent, so making the most of this opportunity.
Set.
The Orchids finished 3rd in Sudamerica Rugby's Olympic qualifying tournament. Qualified for this Repechaje as a consequence. Winners of that were Colombia. Runners up, Argentina, of course, here with us this weekend. And Tunisia trying to relieve the pressure. Good run from Gabi, Amina Gabi. Good awareness, good strength. Up to halfway. Again, the passing on the back hit, not allowing the momentum. Now it's changed thanks to Othmani, the skipper, stretching out into the 22. Gets the inside pop into Fadwa Najeh, and that surely puts Tunisia into an unassailable position, albeit still with 5 minutes left.
And they come all the way from their own post for Tunisia. This is just the back end of it, a nice run on the outside by the captain, Othmani. Thought she could have gone herself, but selfishly gives it on the inside to the replacement player, Najeh, and that's what you want to do when you get an opportunity off the bench, is make an impact, exactly what she's done.
Well, they've hardly been up in opposition territory in this second half, but on their first exit from their own half, they make it count. And points on the board, really playing into the psyche now of this game, with Venezuela yet to get themselves over the line. Changes as a consequence from Venezuelan coach Maricel Mendez. Good call from Lanzarote. Immediately takes her team up to the halfway line. Presentation though isn't clean. It's a real scrap on the ground. Advantage being played to the Venezuelans. Too many players being committed to that breakdown though. So it forces the kick from Diaz. Now it's a foot race. Diaz has got some gas. Puts a foot to the floor, but the ball just bends around. It's still there though, and Venezuela have got that try. Mariana Romero is the scorer. Well, this game is still there for the taking if they can get the next score now.
Well, it all started from that lady, Daniela Diaz, jersey number 3, the chip and chase. Look at her put down the gas. She would have won this for sure, but the bounce of the ball, unfortunately, doesn't go her way, but she has the presence of mind to go pop it off to the trailing support players. What a try. Second one for the tournament for Venezuela.
Unlucky with the conversion attempt. Now, what will that do in the Venezuelan minds? You can see what it means to them. Does it galvanise their belief that they can still win this game? Plenty of time left on the board. 12 points the difference. We all know how quickly tries can be scored in this game. Tunisia letting the ball bounce. That's always dangerous. They'll get the line out put in, I think, yes. But it's back inside their own 22.
Geez, that was a scratchy kick-off there from Tunisia. Not for the first time in this game. They've let the ball bounce. That lady on screen has to come forward and catch that ball on the full. Went behind their forward pack. She's the next one. It's easier to come towards the ball rather than back to it. So Camille there, even though it's their throw-in, has put her team under pressure.
Set piece under pressure, that's for sure right now. Over 2 minutes still to play, and 2 scores would put a very different complexion on this match. And there we go, the ball sets up for Amira Latif. Now the ball's spread down the line. Foot to the floor, not quite. Good cover tackle from try scorer Najee. Venezuela have to keep their purpose and their poise now. They've got to make this attack count. Advantage is there for them. Tap and go. They've got a load on this near side. It's not going to go out. It is going to go over. And it's Nardelis Alvarado, the lady who's got their 3rd try of this tournament. Her first, and what an important score that could be.
Oh, most definitely. They come from the kick and the set piece. It was Tunisia's throw. They got it wrong. They got a penalty advantage after this. All the numbers were stacked to the left-hand side. It was all a bit slow. She was dying to pass it, but say, look up in front, just go forward.
Yeah, the hooker, nicknamed Lali, makes it count. More changes now, but that try from Nardelis Alvarado really adjusting the complexion, and here we go. 7-point difference now. This restart is crucial. Tunisia made a hash of it on the last one. They've got to take responsibility. They've got to commit to this ball now. It's a cracking restart, got so much height, so much hang time to allow Venezuela to get it up to the ball, but Tunisia trying to work their way away from danger. Suisi sets it back. Venezuela trying to go up as a line. Here's a break again from the captain Othmani. Again, great tracking coming in from De Freitas. She really has been an absolute terrier in the Venezuelan side and gets the penalty call as well. Tap and go, not quite gone. There's a yellow card now. How significant is that going to be?
Well, they don't have to rush here, Simon. Just set up your play. You've got your miracle advantage. You just got to execute. Numbers to the right-hand side if they shifted there quickly.
De Freitas always had an eye on the try line, but loses the ball, and as a consequence, they're going to lose the game. Well, on such small moments, big outcomes are decided, and I think Tunisia now will bang the ball to touch and can set themselves for a quarter-final position tomorrow. Job done. Well, a very interesting game. Tunisia just crawling across the finishing line. Venezuela will be kicking themselves, though, that they didn't force themselves further into Tunisian faces at the death of that match.